Y'all might want to get hydrated for this one, man. We got a lot of things to touch on. Smart the area. Stillness in abundance, loving light, health, and wholeness. Stillness in abundance, loving light, health, and wholeness. Stillness in abundance, loving light, health, and wholeness to the cosmic conscious, family, and soul tribe. I really, really, really hope everybody feeling good for no reason at all. Although I am intuitively and collective consciously aware that is not the case. So that is why I am here. To be a force of enthusiasm, to be a force of inspiration, and to be a force of greatness continually, a mirror. We are not by ourselves. It's a lot going on. Even though it's not a lot going on with me, yeah, it is a lot going on with me. It's just not a lot going on with me negatively. And that don't make those of us who are in that space better than others. So I'm thankful for y'all. I'm thankful for each of us. I'm thankful for the things that we experience with one another. I'm thankful for the lessons that we glean and we're able to take from those experiences, even those of us who are still struggling with accepting some of the lessons that our lives are displaying to us. Otherwise, we're gonna have to stay high. Yeah, we're gonna have to stay high. And I don't mean 420 high. I mean energetically high. And 420 high ain't bad every now and then, but we're gonna have to stay high, family. You hear me? Today's affirmation is I am greatness. 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 We're going to need to remind ourselves of that, family, because it's easy to lose touch with your own greatness. And not even know it. It's easy to lose contact with your own identity and not even know it. It's easy to lose touch with your own authenticity and don't even know it. You're gonna have to remind yourself of your own greatness. This affirmation came by way of some dialogue that I had earlier. And what's so great about this work that I do in my personal life, that I'm able to be of service in the work of for others, is that if it's going on in one place, it's going on everywhere. It's so easy to be mindless to what we going through, somebody else going through also, because we live in a society, in a world where it's so easy to use the outer things to cover what's really going on inside. So I'm gonna speak to a lot of different things today. It's so easy to get distracted in everybody else, in everybody place, in everybody thing, and forget your own. Forget your own thing. So we're going to have to stay high before we find ourselves in those places, because usually when we find ourselves in those places where we don't lost touch with self through somebody else, through somebody thing, or through somebody place, it's hard to get up out those places. Even when you have all the tools, or the tools are being shared with you, it's hard to get out those places because it's mental, it's emotional. And when we find ourselves in those places, it's compressing and it's depressive. I know, I've been there. So we're going to touch some things. Because those of us who are in those places, we can't stay stuck there. These are the things that actually and literally be draining our life force away from us. Literally sucking the life up out of us. Through situations, through things, through people, through places. Because we was unconscious to what was really going on behind, or what's taking place on the surface. For those of us who watched Dr. Strange, and I'm sure many of us probably did, as well as many of us didn't. Even though I watched it from at home, I didn't have to watch Dr. Strange to know that the enemy is after our mind, is after our third eye. And they even use the one-eyed creature to set the stage, to show just that picture. You know, it's funny how movies really be painting the reality of what's going on in our everyday actuality. We just have to learn how to decipher what we really seeing through the things that we use to entertain ourselves, unless we're being entertained through the things that we use to entertain ourselves. Somebody will catch it. But they even use the one-eyed creature, one-eyed cyclops, to set it off. I use that to say this because I don't want to ruin the movie for those who intend to watch it, and those who haven't, for those who intend to watch it. But I want to say this: our minds is the door, so be careful of what you allow to enter. Because once we allow things to enter that get us in those low and sunken places, it's very hard to get up out of them. We're going to have to stay high, family. And for those for those of us who are not in the low and despised places, when you can, be assistance to those that you are aware are who are in those places. And you know, it's easy, and I'm even held accountable for this. It's easy to, when you get high vibrational, you don't want nothing to do with anything low vibrational. And it's okay to be like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's okay to be of service and assistance to those who still trying to find their way, for those who haven't healed like you have. So once again, I'm thankful for y'all being my reminder. But if you have got about those places, and if you do know how to keep yourself from them places, and you're being asked how you did it, don't be afraid to let them know, day by day, breath by breath, one issue at a time. I'm going to say it again. For those of us who are asked how we did it, you know, how you able to feel good for no reason at all? How you able to be your authentic self, which is a very hard thing to do, and only few of us are actually operating from that space. Tell them day by day, one breath at a time, and issue by issue. It's not always easy, or it's not always able, or we're not always able to see that the way we care about ourselves is the exact way we care about others. And sometimes it takes for others to show us that in ways that we didn't identify, we really projecting out, for us to know, or for us to recognize this. This is really how I've been loving ourselves. And it's usually in the time that we feel like we're not being supported in the ways that we should, or we feel like what we're putting out is not what's being reciprocated. But I'm gonna say it again. It's not always easy for us to see that the way that we treat ourselves is the exact way that we treat others, until others reflect exactly how we've been treating ourselves back to us. And in those moments, we don't recognize it. We don't really recognize that how we're being treated, or how we think we're being treated, is exactly how we've been treating ourselves from the inside. And it took for something that we allowed to get close enough to us to actually reflect back to us how we've been treating ourselves. Somebody will catch it, and if you do, you can walk through the door of healing, because it was a jewel there. It's the thoughts, family, that we think, that we sometimes forget, propels everything we do, or that we sometimes forget propel everything that those who reflect us do in consequence to us, seen and unseen. That's how powerful the mind is, and we are using it at the same time. Remember, law of attraction. Law of attraction shows us what we're creating, wantedly or unwantedly, that we're creating. So I'm glad that we get warnings before destructions. At least the warnings give us a chance or opportunity to change some things. Maybe not concerning people, places, or things, but at least about ourselves. Everything we do practically needed a cabinet file. Everything we do practically need its own cabinet file. And that's important for those of us who have learned to prioritize everything about us in its proper place, and not have everything combusted and all gumboed up, because it changes us from being skipped over to being sought after. Somebody seeking you out for something for something that you can help them with. You know, it's good to find ourselves in that place of being skipped over to being sought after. Helping somebody else bring their shadow to the light. And for those of us who are able to do that, we probably don't been through some things. I'll just put it like that. But in the things that you've been through, it also shows you how you was protected. I've been through some things also that, through the things that I've been through, put me in contact with my destiny. To the point that regardless of what I've been through, I saw how I was protected through it all. Some of us identify, some of us resonate. If you don't realize it, and you come across this video, then realize it in this moment. It ain't what you've been through, it's what you've been protected from that you got through it. We're gonna have to be on point. We're gonna have to be on point to pull ourselves about the unwanted places, and we're gonna have to stay sharp to keep ourselves out the unwanted places. Because it's so easy to get our visions fogged up in this illusion. I'm trying to be very meticulous, very articulate, and very aware of how I express what I'm led to express today. Because it's so easy to get caught in the nightmare. It's so easy to get caught up in the nightmare because you lost focus on your daydream. It's so easy to get caught up in the nightmare when you lose focus to your daydream. What gives your life light? When you lose focus of what gives your life light, your daydream, you're in somebody else's nightmare. You're in something else's nightmare, whatever, no matter what it is, person, place, or thing. Because anything can pull us up out of ourselves. Everybody here to work through something. All of us may have some type of addictive personality, a character defect, a compulsive disorder, a dysfunctional behavior. And it's okay. We all got something to work through. We all got something to grow through, matter of fact. If you do the work, you will see the growth. When it comes to self-love, because I'm aware of how that term self-love has been misused for selfishness. When it comes to self-love, self-love don't mean that we so caught up in our own lane that we don't have time for nothing else. We don't have time for nobody else. We don't have time for nothing that anything. We don't have time for anything that don't concern what's important to us. That ain't what self-love means. For anybody operating in that place, that's really selfishness. And new opportunities can't come through a closed door. I'm using metaphors to paint pictures, family. Self-love don't mean that we so in our own lane that new people can't come in. We're not open to new experiences. We're not open to try new things. We're not open to experiment going new places. That ain't what self-love means. That's so selfish. It's almost like self-abandonment. If we want to go there, that's old energy. It's low frequency. You deserve better than that. Well, don't you? Don't let anything get you in a place where you disconnect with yourself ever again. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I'm talking to somebody. I am aware of that. Don't turn your back on your own inner child. Connect with it. Do everything you can to connect with it. Because some of us don't remember the last time we smiled. If truth be told, some of us don't even remember the last time we smiled. Some of us don't even remember the last time we actually played and had some fun. Or the last time we really laughed. If truth be told. But how honest can we be with what's really going on within to take our power back? So we can laugh a little bit. So we can smile a little bit. So we can have some fun a little bit. It's hard to have confidence when we're going through trying times. I get it. It's hard to be inspired when we're going through trying times. I get it. It's hard to laugh when we're going through trying times. I get it. That's even more reason why, with a change of perception, you can learn to laugh at it. You can even learn to laugh at you. Something that we ain't been taught to learn how to do. Laugh at us laugh at ourselves when things ain't going our way, and I bet you it don't feel the same. Laugh at yourself when you don't messed up, and I bet you it don't feel the same. Make a joke about your errors, and I bet you it don't feel the same. Don't forget, we're here to clear up karmic cycles, family. So we're gonna go through some things. But that's even more reason to stay aware, avoid situations that can't be avoided. That's gonna put you in lower vibratory situations, lower vibratory emotions, and a lower vibratory condition. Avoid situations that could be that could be a drain on you if you're not in an empowered place. See, a lot of times we try to take on energetic situations in our physical realities that we're not in an energetic place to take on concerning the physical situation that's going on. But you need to catch and rewind it, because I can't repeat that. The path, whatever path we on, the path is clear. If we can only see how the obstacles are already been removed and don't place any more obstacles in our way on the path through our own workings, through our own mind. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Feel good for no reason at all. And if you ain't there, keep doing the work. Put on your best face until it become your best face. I love y'all, family. Thank you for the like, share, subscribes. Telling a friend and tell a pal. You know, as we tell a pal. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for the purchases. Thank you for being yourself and allowing me to be me, man. I love y'all, family. Salud to God. One.